So in the last film, I talked about how suicide is always an option for me in my day, not because I am suicidal every day, but because factually, that is always one of the things I could do. And I gave you in that film an example of the things that I could do today, which is I could have gone to the supermarket, I could have done my work first, I could have taken the children to school, I could have not taken the children to school. I had lots of options today. There have been times in my life when I have had very few options. I have to go to school, for example, or you have to go to work because that's your job. That's how you pay your bills. You don't have another job. You don't have another way of paying your bills. That's the only option. Or you have to go to school because you have to go to school. You are legally obliged to go to school. School is where children go. You are a child. You have to go to school. And when there's only one other option, when it's I could go to school or I could kill myself, the odds are higher on which one you choose. And I have considered suicide in an active way, not when I have not wanted to live anymore or found the burdens of life so overwhelming that I couldn't continue on in life, but when I have felt that I couldn't do the option on the table. Like, I have to go to school and I can't. I know that there is no way that I can successfully manage going to school. So the only other choice I've got is suicide. Same with work. I know I can't manage work, so I can kill myself because those are the only two options. And can you see how that is a different consideration from life has got so much for me that I can't proceed forwards anymore? I think if you can recognise that distinction when somebody is considering suicide, and it's so frightening when somebody that you love is considering exiting the world, then you can, instead of tackling, no, please don't do that, please don't do that, please, do this instead. What about adding some options to the table? If there's more options on the table that they can take, then you reduce, when it's a 50-50 and one goes, it's 100%, isn't it? But when you've got your, what would it be? Eggs in different baskets, that type of thing. When you've got another option, that can be a way of reducing the activeness in those thoughts. And I said at the start I was going to look at 3 reasons for considering suicide that I've encountered in my life. So in the next video, I'll do number 3.